All right, guys, let's go ahead and do a quick water change on my fish tanks, and along the way, I'll explain how you should be doing your water changes. First things first, let's see what you're gonna need. First thing we got is your hosing. You're gonna need this to drain the water out as well as vacuum specific spots, plastic hosing. Second thing is clamps. These are regular standard hose clamps. Now these aren't necessary, but they're definitely gonna help out a lot. So you should definitely get a pair of hose clamps to help you with your water changes. It's cheap and it's very effective. And then we got the chemicals. We got Prime to get rid of any chlorine in the tap water, and then we got Stability. Now if these were new tanks, I would be using Stability, but because these tanks are already fully cycled, I don't need this. We're just gonna need the Prime. And then we got a hose. This hose is just standard garden hose we're gonna use to fill it up with water. And that's it, folks. No fancy pumps or Python hoses necessary. Those things help out a lot, but they also cost money and not everybody can afford it. So I wanted to show you how to get it done quick and easy on a budget with just basic household items. Okay, first thing we're gonna do is go ahead and turn off our filters and pumps and wave makers all in once. Also the heaters are connected to this as well. We're gonna go ahead and flip the switch. Get everything turned off. It's nice and quiet now and dark in the tanks. As you can see, these tanks are filthy. We're gonna go ahead and clean all of that up. We're gonna get a razor blade and we're gonna scrape the sides of it, get it all nice and clean. You can tell the difference. This tank has Plecos in it, so they just clean up the glass. This tank has no Plecos in it. As you can see, there's a lot more algae growth on the tank. So that's one good thing about Plecos. There's not many good things, but that's one of them. All right, let's start off with this tank. Let's get the light off, put it over here. Then we'll take the canopy off, put that to the side. Okay, now that we got the top off, let's get our plastic hosing. We're gonna go ahead and hook it up right here to the side of the tank. Put it in about halfway. And this is where the magic happens, you guys. Hose clamps can never go wrong. Normally you would have to sit here and hold the damn thing. All right, now this is the part that some people get sketched out about. We're gonna go ahead and apply a little bit of suction to this end of the hose.
That's what she said.
Once the water goes over the edge, just stop sucking. If you drink some water, it's okay. It's happened to everybody. We'll just call it a baptism in your fish hobby. Water's going. Throw that outside. Piss off the downstairs neighbors, not my problem. All right, as that water drains and makes it rain on all the downstairs neighbors, we're gonna wait for it to get about 50%. We're gonna go ahead and take this opportunity and we're gonna start hitting it with some razor blades, scraping off any kind of algae growth or dirt that's on the tank. Once it gets a little lower, I'm gonna go ahead and stick my hand in there and I'm gonna vacuum up all the little spots. Like if you wanna show the spots right here, like there's like a couple little dirty spots down there where the Plecos are at. We're gonna go ahead and vacuum all that up. All right, and if you're using a sand substrate like I am, you're gonna find that it's almost impossible to not pick some of it up as you're cleaning. And you know what? That's just part of the game, you guys. Just go ahead and do your best to pick up as much as possible. And if you have to add another bag of substrate later, then that'll be another mission for later. Another project, you know. As you can see, I start off on one side and then I make my way to the other. Usually the side where the intake is gonna be the dirtiest side. It takes about 5-10 minutes to get the whole tank. You try not to stretch the fish out too much. We need to make sure we only add enough Prime for the amount of water we took out, not the entire size of the tank. Now, while this one's draining out, we're gonna go ahead and get started on this other one over here. This one's really, really dirty when it comes to like algae growth, so we're definitely gonna have to hit it up with some razor blades. All right, and as this water drains, we're gonna take this opportunity to go ahead and clean it up a little bit. Go ahead and grab our $1.50 razor blades that we got from the flea market, and we're gonna drag them across the glass, being very careful not to actually scratch the glass, especially around the seals and the corners of the tank. That's where you wanna be the most careful. Now, as you can see, the stuff that comes off is pretty freaking gross. But hey, if you don't like getting your hands dirty, then this hobby's probably not for you. So we're gonna go ahead and stop playing with this nasty crap and finish scraping off the rest of the glass. You make sure you go ahead and take your time, make sure you get all the little spots. You don't wanna really miss anything. And again, just being very careful not to actually scratch the glass. Once you get most of it and you feel good about how the tank looks, you're good to go to start filling it up. Now, a little pro tip, when you go to first turn on your hose, run it out of the tank for 45 seconds to a minute. This is gonna get rid of any mineral buildup in the line. As you can see, the color changes from white to clear. Now we know we're good to go to start filling it up. And that's it, folks. Quick and easy, 30 minutes tops. Water changes are all done. If you can somehow make this a routine or a habit in your life, then you'll see that your fish tanks will never struggle and they'll always be healthy and thriving as they should be. Once you get the routine going, then you can go ahead and start investing in equipments that are gonna make your water changes and the overall health of your tank better. But until then, I just proved to you that you can get it done with basic household items and still have healthy, thriving tanks. So till next time, you guys, take care, and I'll catch you on the next video. Let's go.